A dooby dooby doo. Dooby dooby doo. Hello? 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 What's up? What's wrong? You right? You okay? Luke, mate, what's the matter? Hello and welcome. City won now. This game will go against us. Well, for the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds, we are in 6th place. As soon as the game starts, we go into 7th place in terms of live tables. But hello and welcome to another top four watch. Today we've got Aston Villa versus Newcastle United in a game where it's a bit of a who's who, a bit of a what do you do, bit of a what the hell is the best case scenario for us, because a draw, Villa overtake us. A Newcastle win, they get closer to the Champions League spot being taken up. If Villa win, then they overtake us by 3 points. It is a disaster. But you would argue that a Newcastle win is more or less what you would desire, is more or less what we would like in this scenario. For me, it's over. It's done. There are too many variables at play here now, where Chelsea have a lot of just an absolutely monumental uphill battle at this point, that I think it's too little too late. And for Maresca to come out in the press conference yesterday and talk to the fans as though we are fucking idiots, basically, for lack of a better term. Enzo Maresca saying that Chelsea, they've not been in the top 4, top 5 for the last 4 seasons, but I've come in and Chelsea have been in the top 4 for the majority of the season. We're in the semi-final of a European Cup. Now, really deep what he's saying there. We've been in the top 4, top 5 for the whole season. But, and there's a big but for Baldy, you've come a little short. You've come up a little bit short, mate, because last time I checked, you had to finish in the top 4, top 5 this season in order to get Champions League football, fuckhead. Yeah? So before you give it all Billy Big Bollocks, the only reason we're there in the first place is because everyone else around us have been shit or had their eyes on a bigger prize, being the Champions League for Newcastle, Manchester City, Aston Villa. But now they've got nothing left. They've turned on the burners. The burners are on. They're cooking. They are. Look at that. Just not even that much effort, and they are all above us. They are all above us. It's funny that, isn't it? Really? It's funny, to be completely honest with you. I've got to change the table already, because it is 1-0 to Aston Villa straight away. So there we go. That's good. That's great. That's really cool. Nice one. 1-0 to Villa straight away within a minute. So, yeah, nice work, Maresca. Yeah, nice work, son. You were in the top 4, top 5 for so long, and you've come up short. You've absolutely bottled it. And within the first minute, Villa have scored. So that's great. Yeah, nice one. 7th place, anyone? You know, another season of Conference League. If we don't win the Conference League, we don't get Europa, and we're having to sit in another season of Conference League. Can you fucking be bothered? Can you actually be bothered? Can you genuinely be fucking arsed for another season? Another season of Conference League, man. We'll win it back to back, but could you give a fuck? I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. This is worst case scenario. This is worst case scenario right here. We need Harvey Barnes to have another blinder. We need Murphy to have another blinder. We need all of these players to have another blinder. But guess what? They're going to have an absolute stinker. Ollie Watkins was the scorer straight away. Straight away. Look at the table. We could have gone third weeks ago. Couple of weeks ago. Brentford, you know. Ipswich could have gone then as well, yeah. And now you look, and Newcastle are 5 points clear of us. City are 4 points clear of us. Forest are 3 points clear of us. And now Aston Villa are 3 points clear of us. It's another level. It's another level of bottle job. Do we want this guy as our manager if he's just going to bottle everything as monumentally as he has done this? I don't give a fuck. This season, right, is so monumentally shit. The teams around us have been so shit, or again, had their eye on a different prize. You can't blame Villa for not being around the top of the table all season because they've had bigger stuff, quarterfinals of the Champions League and whatnot. And now look at them. They're out of it. Week later, they're above us by 3 fucking points. It's ridiculous. Would I take Ancelotti back? I don't know. Seems great. Seems like such a good idea, but then who knows? I just personally, I just want it all over and done with. Fuck it, I can't be arsed. Villa to look for number 2. They've hit the underside of the bar. Newcastle are getting absolutely peppered. Could this season realistically be any worse? No domestic trophy that we all wanted. No UCL at the moment. A messy Conference League trophy, maybe. And Spurs and Arsenal could get into a European final. Spurs won't. I mean, Spurs, they could, actually. They did. Yeah, Villa hit the bar. We're rooting for a draw at this rate. But personally, I think we need to vote. We need to be looking for a Newcastle win because they are just going to get away with it. Like they are gonna proceed quite well, progress quite well. They might be struggling in this game, but in the they're 5 points clear. I mean, it's obviously very tight for them, but in terms of outside of the top 6. It's pretty easy for them. Brighton, Fulham, Bournemouth and Chelsea. We are lumped in with that lot. We're lumped in with that lot. Fulham could go 3 points behind us if they beat us. 3 points behind 9th or 8th, but still. I just don't think we're going to win tomorrow. I don't see we're going to win tomorrow. Drop points. It's over anyway, just so you know. It is over anyway. But drop points and it is official. It's officially over. Imagine Willian coming on and scoring their winner, right? Imagine. Just fucking imagine. I don't want to break anything in here because it's all nice and set up now and it's just it's a good set. But fuck me, this place is getting trashed. If we lose to Fulham, it's getting absolutely trashed. Oh man. I've gone from, obviously I came up with the premise of Top 4 Watch with the idea being that we watch the other teams around us whilst we Chelsea actually defy odds and, you know, beat Tottenham, beat Brentford, beat Ipswich, beat Fulham, beat Everton, and then it's the final 4 games and it's all still to play. We fucked it after the second game. We had 8 games to go. 9 games to go, sorry. And we fucked it on the second hurdle. But that said, it's the pesky environment. It's the environment. It's not Maresca. It's not Maresca's fault that hard-working, paying fans may stress an opinion on something that they've seen multiple times a game, multiple times a week for the last 6 months. It's not that one incident. It is an accumulation. It's a whole thing. Being made to watch the same thing over and over and over and over again, with Maresca just hoping, pleading, praying that his system works out. And he had the gall to say, he had the audacity to say, we've been top 4 all season. Why would we change it? Why would we change it? Maybe because the other teams around us are gaining traction. Maybe because the other teams around us are getting good points. And guess what, Maresca? We're not getting anything. We're dropping points left, right, and centre. Like it's a fucking like it's our job is to just drop points all the time. But no, it's a 2-season season. Don't forget. It's a 2-season season. So whilst, you know, we might not get what we want this season, don't be entitled brats. Don't expect too much. Let's not forget that when we were doing really well, Maresca was trying to lay the seeds for failure before we'd even started to drop form. Before the Everton game, you know, long before then, he was saying, we're not in a title race. We're not ready for anything because these players are too young, too inexperienced, and they can't go the full season. And I remember going into Alex's playback stream, and I remember asking, I was like, do you think that is good management? Do you think that is a good message to give to your young players, your young impressionable players, is that no matter how hard you try this season, just remember you're too young, you're inexperienced, and you can't keep up the form. So don't even bother. Is it any surprise to you that we are now at this point in the season? We've completely shit the bed. We're now without Champions League. We may be without Europa League, but it's okay because we were in the top 4 race for the majority of the season, and you know, We may have lost it all right at the death with several games to go, and we're just watching the top 4 teams around us battle it out for who finishes higher rather than who gets in the top 5 at this point. We're not even in the race. We're not even in the race, people. Do you deep that? We're not even in the race. Mathematically right now, sure, we might be in the race. But if you really think about it, those next 4 games, or those last 4 games, sorry, we're not in this race. We've not been in the race since the full-time whistle went against Brentford. You know, we haven't been in the race since that goal went in against us, where Ipswich. That was one of the final nails in the coffin. A draw was complimentary at that point against Ipswich. We're lucky we were playing against Ipswich in that moment. Because any other side above them wouldn't have stood a chance coming back from 2-0 down. Maresca has ridden on the luck as a whole for too long. The whole season. There's been moment after moment after moment where it's been luck after luck after luck. And his luck's run out. He never capitalized on the luck either. We've had chances. We've had chance after chance after chance to finally go 3rd place. We worked it out. We worked it out. Even if we had half the points of the games that we definitely bottled and should have either gotten a draw or a win, even if we got half of those points, we would be in 3rd place. It is absolutely unforgivable. And it is the biggest telltale sign that this guy is not Premier League quality. He's not capable nor ready. He talks about young, inexperienced, and not ready to see it through. You've described yourself, you bald fuck. How about that? Talk about looking in the mirror. That's exactly what's happened to you. You're young, you're inexperienced, and you haven't gone the full fucking shebang. You fucked it when it mattered most, and you're blaming it on everyone else except yourself. The ego on this guy. The ego on Maresca is out of control. He's so adamant it's not his fault. He's so adamant that it's not down to him. I don't think I've ever been so vocal on disliking a manager this quickly. Pochettino, it was what it was. I didn't like him from the start, you know? But even by the end, I was like, another season, I wouldn't be happy, but I wouldn't be surprised if they make us sit through another Pochettino season. But at least we've shown some good improvement right at the end. Whereas with us, we've been kind of here and then gradually going down and down and down. Not even gradually. It's been falling off a cliff. Whereas with Pochettino, 14th place at one point, and then it went whoop, straight into European football. Could have got Europa League. We're unlucky not to get it. Was what it was. Potter's the same situation as Maresca for me. Not ready. Marginally better in terms of his accolades and what he has. Not many, not in terms of accolades necessarily, physical accolades, but just an all-round Premier League proven at that point. Did well with Brighton, let's be honest. But Maresca coming into this job was it was a recipe for disaster from the get-go, wasn't it? Just an absolute nightmare. Anyway, Aston Villa are absolutely peppering Newcastle already in this game. I'm absolutely sick of watching them both. I've watched so many Newcastle games lately. I've watched so many Aston Villa games lately. It's beyond a joke at this point. I feel like I watch them more than I watch Chelsea. Apparently, they should have had a red card. Bring Ancelotti. They're not going to do that. He's too elite. He's too big time. They need someone who's going to fucking bend over and take it. That's what it is. And that's nothing new either. That's not me saying something outrageous or, you know, a new sort of outlook on it. Oh man, I wanted Newcastle to stop scoring against Palace. Go on, back post, great chance, and it's in. Brilliant goal, fantastic goal, 1-1. Thank God for that. A little bit of fucking hope in this game, at least. 1-1. And completely undeserved, to be completely honest with you. But even still, they are still above us with a draw. So let's not get too excited. Prediction for tomorrow. I didn't actually do a prediction in my preview. 2-1 Fulham. Maybe even 2-0. I don't see Chelsea winning. I don't. I've lost all faith, all hope. I just... Fulham are going to do it. Fulham are going to do it. Fabian Schär with the goal. People arguing that he should have been sent off in the first place earlier on. We'll be lucky to score against Fulham, yeah. Good chance here for Villa. Crossed in! They should have had another. They absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, should have had a 2-1 there. Asensio with a tap-in. A tap-in. And he's ballsed it. He's absolutely ballsed it. I don't know. Of all people you would finally want to have a chance like that, it's just gone through his legs. Asensio's got to be the one player on Villa's side that you're like, that's a guaranteed goal. Has the momentum changed in this game? Would you have Inzaghi? I like him. Just think English media would instantly hate his type of football. Doubt he'd leave anyway. Oh, I think that's what it is as well. A lot of managers just won't want to come to Chelsea or the Premier League as a whole, but mainly because it's Chelsea. I feel like we've probably lost our pull at this point. Surely we've lost our pull. Surely people don't want to come to Chelsea anymore. Under Abramovich, it was one thing, right? Because it was almost like a guaranteed winning of trophies. Whereas now, what's the fucking point? The only reason people would come to Chelsea now is for the payday. That's it. That's it. You come to Chelsea and think, 5-year contract or whatever, 3-year contract, whatever. I get sacked after the first 6 months to a season. They're going to be paying me out for the next 2 years. Cha-ching. Surely that's what managers think these days. Chelsea's just become a joke in terms of managerial. At least in the past, when we were dropping managers left and right, we were actually going on to win stuff. Dropping a manager to go on and then win the Champions League with an interim manager is outrageous work, and only something that Chelsea could do under Abramovich. But the longer we fall, the further we fall into obscurity, like Manchester United have, and you know, we're no longer that enticing club. Because there's no Champions League football. There's not even Europa League football. I honestly think we'll be lucky to get Europa League football next season. You know? Be interesting to see. That's for sure. But man, I'm just so dejected at this point. Surely Opta now. Let's should we get the old Opta up? Surely we've fallen even further. 7th place. I could honestly see Fulham overtaking us at some point. No Jordan sponsor. Oh Jesus. Oh no. So there we go. This is how it stands. There I am. This is how it stands in terms of Opta's predictions for the end. 62 points. It gets lower and lower. Yeah, you're right. It does. And again, might I remind you, I predicted 64 points and was called negative and pessimistic and not a real fan because I predicted better than Opta. And bearing in mind, Opta, when I did my video, I think had us with like 66, 68 points. So at the time, I was going under what the prediction was according to, science, according to maths, according to, the algorithms. And it's just fallen more and more and more. I'm fairly sure it's top 5 now for Champions League, which we know for a fact. 6th place is Europa League. 7th place is Conference League. And I just can't. I can't be asked for another season of playing against. Unless we get Borak Banjaluka at some point, I'll be happy. But besides that, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. We're not. Well, I keep saying this. I keep saying we're big. We're bigger than the conference. We're too big for that. Are we anymore? Are we anymore? And it's one thing to say this where it's like when the new owners took over, they were like, for some weird reason, just from the get-go, right? We'd not long won the Champions League, not long won the Club World Cup. But immediately there was this sort of like vibe of just kind of ready yourselves for Chelsea to drop off a cliff then and there. Because it was like, drop your expectations. Don't be so entitled. It's going to take time. Why would it take time when we still have players that we were doing well with? Why is that in your mind to start with? And then obviously the years go by and we get worse and worse and worse. And it becomes more the norm. It becomes normality. And I think that's what they want. They want us to be a top 10 side, like a Fulham, like a Villa, that's kind of there trying to compete, but not really with the Premier League, but more or less trying to, the odd top 4 race, all that sort of stuff. And I just don't feel any ambition from the owners. I don't feel any ambition from Maresca at this point, He's saying that the Fulham game is a final. You've got to treat it as a final. Fuck it. You treat every game like that, no? You should have treated the Ipswich game. You should have treated the Brentford game like that, no? I know we've not been in the title race for 7 years, but we've still been a club in the Champions League every year. It's a thing that we just guarantee do. We always finish top 4. I know times change and it's obviously getting a little bit more competitive in that regard. But what my point is now is that we're being fed this loser mentality of, fans are going to have to be get used to losing more and more. Well, why would you say that? unless you're pretty adamant that it's going to be that way, you know. Listen, they're the ones with the analytics, with all the numbers. They love their numbers, don't they? It's a free kick to Aston Villa. That's smelly John McGinn. Hang around the back. They've hit the post again. Ollie Watkins again. Maatson out wide, finds McGinn. He's going to look to whip it. It's Cash. I know, with the model and everything like that, they seem to love Brighton so much. Why would you not buy them? It's ridiculous. If Arsenal win the Champions League, Tottenham Europa, and we lose the Conference League, I might have to go into hiding. I genuinely don't know if I could do another season of this if I had to fucking put up with that shit. I'm going to be doing a watch along for the Europa League final and the Conference League final, obviously. Well, unless we're not in it. I'll only do the Conference League final if we're in it. I can't be fucked to do it if we're not in it. But we will be. Fingers crossed. I won't be doing one for the Champions League as I've got something on that day. But it's probably for the best, because if I had to sit and watch Arsenal win the Champions League, I would probably break my TV. I'll have to relabel yourself as Harry Neutral Watch-alongs if it happens next season, mate. Chance here for Newcastle. Livramento wins the corner ball. Just over 15 minutes to go until half time. And it's starting to sort of hot up now into being what happens if it's Bilbao versus Bodo Glimt? I'd still do it. Is that the other two teams then in it? Don't ruin my Mania weekend. It's possible. It is possible. So when is it? It's April. No, it's not. Wait, when? April 30th? Oh. So it is, yeah. It's Athletic Club, Man United, Tottenham, and Bodo Glimt. Realistically, if United win it, I couldn't give a bollocks. I do think Athletic Club are probably going to win it though. Win that game. Bodo Glimt. Jesus Christ. Hello, Reese, mate. How's it going? Hello. We're WrestleMania ready. I'm going to have a nap after. Well, I've got to go for a walk, and then I'll come home and probably have a nap, and then I'll have some food. Try and gain some sleep ahead of the WrestleMania. What's for dinner? I can tell you, actually. It's a bit of a mishmash again on the diet I'm on at the moment. Very low carb. I've got 3 eggs, and I eat everything all at once. I've got I'm on 1 meal a day and low carb at the same time, and it's banging, absolutely banging. So I just get a big feast every day. Just get to eat all of my day's food in one go. So I've got 3 eggs with some butter, scrambled egg. Then for the lunchy sort of side of things, I've got a sausage, pork sausage with bone marrow. Very nice, M&S. Oh no, it might be Tesco actually. I think it is Tesco. So it is Tesco. I can see it is. Then we've got, what's this? Chicken thighs. Chance here for Villa. Corner ball. I've got buffalo chicken with some other sauces. I've then got some kebabs. I've got some chicken and chorizo kebabs. And I've got some Korean-style kebabs. And then I've got some buffalo wing flavored peanuts and a monster. And that is 1,647 calories, mate. So I'm all good. I'm now down to 183 pounds, 183.8, I think. So I'm about 1.7 pounds off of having lost 40 pounds. Can you believe that? Ridiculous. Am I allowed to eat chocolate? I am. Probably not, actually. So it's got sugar. Anything like too high in sugar, I'm not. It's because it's carbs, mate. It's carbs. Mello don't miss. Mello winning the Battle Royale. The missus predicted that straight off the bat. He was the one that she predicted straight away. Would you rather deal with Maresca next season or try John Terry? I just think it's a bad for the vibes, but it's just I don't think it would go very well. That said, the players might want to play for him. The players don't want to play for Maresca. It's so obvious, man. So obvious. Tonali! Good chance. Good save. Really made him work there. Corner ball to Newcastle United. Kit Kat Chunky White Biscoff. Jesus. Go on, how many calories are in that? Kit Kat what? Kit Kat Chunky. With Lotus Biscoff. It's not bad, to be fair. 223 calories. I mean, it looks tiny. Even though it is a chunky, it looks tiny, mate. Chance here. Crossed in. Another goal kick. Dan Burn. Not the best. Not the best. Is that Gareth Barry? All-time Premier League appearance holder with 653 appearances. Bloke next to him is absolutely shitting himself because he knows he's on telly. I've never been a white chocolate fan. So trying it. White chocolate's banging, mate. It's really good. That's another goal kick. Yeah, I don't know. This is proving to be quite a boring game. Plenty of chances for both. It's just a bit of a mess at the moment. Bit of a mess. I have pizza, chips and nuggets. I'm save a pizza for Mania. So you're getting 2 pizzas. Save one of them tomorrow. So you've got another one tomorrow. Best result for us in this game's probably... Well, no. Best case is probably a win for Newcastle because they're no longer on our radar, mate. They are not... We are not catching up to Newcastle. We've had Nottingham Forest dropping points above us for so long and we haven't caught up to them. They're still 3 points ahead of us somehow. Nottingham Forest have been shit lately, and we still haven't caught up to them. Here's a chance for Villa out wide. Brilliant chance. McGinn might make the run. Shots. Good save by Pope. Corner ball. Lots of corners in this game. Just under 10 minutes to go. Pizzas, buy one, get one free. I am keen. Keen on a pizza. It's been a while. A very long time indeed. Cleared away. Good to go. I'll try and be back at some point. No worries, Luke, mate. No worries. If you haven't liked the stream, please do. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit the bell notification to be notified of when I am live tomorrow for the Fulham game. And then I think I'm live on Monday for the game. Hang on. So it's Fulham, Chelsea tomorrow. Monday is Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. Tuesday is Man City versus Aston Villa again. And then Wednesday we'll do Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, which I don't know if I can be bothered to do that, to be completely honest with you. But then it'll be 3 days without a stream otherwise. So I'll probably do it. Be more of a talk than anything like that. Maybe get a video out. Ian Matson. This when you need beer. How's getting the urge? I'm good, mate. I know what I'm having for dinner. I've got my ice bath about 20 minutes before WrestleMania starts, so I'll be wide awake. Got me monsters. Tielemans. Looks for the ping ball. And Cash can't quite get to it. 6 minutes left. And I will be watching on Netflix. Yeah. Is it anywhere else? Where the hell else would you would you watch it? US Sky Sports TNT. What? Talking about? Who's winning custody of Paul Heyman? Oh man, it's just starting to really stink of Seth, isn't it? It's really starting to make me think that Seth is going to have some. He's got to, otherwise it's kind of like, why is he there? I know he needs a favor now. He's like demanding a favor. For not stomping him, but I don't know. It seems too obvious that it's Roman to win. It seems too obvious that Punk's going to win. I don't think it's obvious enough that Seth's going to win. So for that reason, it's got to be Seth. Great run there by Rogers, who is fouled from behind. Randy Orton's mystery opponent. I don't want any spoilers if you think it's fucking anyone that's not currently. I mean, Rudy's one of those people. He likes to try to read between the lines a bit too much. Seen that Rusev's been signed recently. You're what is known as a mark, Rudy. You're a mark. You're a big old mark. I think Seth's going to join Rock and Cena. Seth keeps dressing like The Rock recently. Does he? Oh, I suppose. I suppose. Jesus Christ. I suppose his outfit for SmackDown was right, Rudy, you're starting to do my nutting with these. The SmackDown outfit was very Rock, wasn't it? Did seem like the Rock. That said, I did see on TikTok that Drew has joined Team Rock on or Project Rock for his Under Armour thing, which I think the timing of that is just crazy. Ollie Watkins drags it wide. Great chance for Aston Villa there. Does currently seem as though it's going to be finishing 1-1 at half time. The boots, weren't they like Bray Wyatt themed? They were Bray's boots, weren't they? He was paying homage to him. Drew would go up a few levels if he joined The Rock. Mate, I think Drew gets such bad rep, you know. I think he's so underrated. I feel like just it's because if he was American, he would be so like much higher up than he is. I think purely because he's British or Scottish, they just don't push him as much as they should. Like, he's had so many chances. He loses so often. It's ridiculous. Great chance here. Livramento. Maybe blocked by his own player there. Harvey Barnes. Tonali. Falls over. Newcastle trying or starting to find their rhythm here. Fuck me, I'm starting to get tired. This is not the day to get tired. I'll tell you that much. Absolutely going to need a nap. Good chance here. Ollie Watkins goes down. Goal kick. They're going to check VAR. It could be a penalty to Aston Villa with 45 seconds to go. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. There's definitely a foot. He's definitely dived. It's a dive, man. It's such a dive. Shark had been sent off twice in this game. Clearly a big old dive. NXT. It's on tonight. Not tonight. It was on last night, wasn't it? Or is it on now? It's on now. Yeah, it is on now. You'd think so. You'd think you'd get booked for that, but apparently in retrospect, you can't book players for diving. You're checking it for a penalty, which means you're obviously also checking it for a potential dive. Surely, retrospective action can be taken against Watkins in that situation, no? Terrible shot by Bruno Guimaraes. You're unmotivated tomorrow. Mate, you know it's a bank holiday on Monday, right? I'm unmotivated for tomorrow. I don't know whether just get my sleep and skip it. Oh, as in like sleep through Chelsea and Fulham. It's at 2 o'clock. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff. It's not even an early kickoff. Harvey Barnes finds Isak. Sorry, Dan, I didn't even realise you were here. Did I realise you were here? Have you been here the whole time? No, you haven't. I thought you were Reese at a glance. Hello, mate. And there is the halftime whistle. 48 minutes on the clock. It's 1-1 at the break. And as you can see, Chelsea have dropped to 7th place. 7th place, which is just amazing, is it not? What a job Maresca's done. I mean, we've been in 4th place all season, boys and girls. You know, just be happy. Be grateful that we've been that high up all season. You know, I've been in and out of my idea and just taking care of a child. I am shitting it for tomorrow, says Matt. Well, I wouldn't. Just accept it, mate. Just accept the inevitable that we are not getting Champions League, that we are going to drop points, we are going to lose or draw. The sooner you accept it, mate, the better you'll feel. The less likely it is to ruin your weekend, just because it's going to happen. I think if it happens, I'll just be laughing because it's like, I called it, you know? Ever since it was really obvious that Maresca just wasn't bothered. Dropping players for Brentford, man, it's got to be one of the craziest fucking things to do. And then after you've done that, after you've dropped players for that game so that you can put out a good team against a fucking relegated side, you then don't win and you go 2-0 down against them is just crazy work, isn't it? Absolutely crazy work. I've been to Vegas twice. Once back in 2017, about 2 days after the shooting. And then I went in 2018 as well. I haven't been since. But I would recommend it. It is great. If we ever, and I mean ever, bag either a draw or a loss tomorrow, I will protest Maresca being sacked. Snickledoodle Cookie Dough. Join the team, mate. Join the team. I've been Maresca out for a good few weeks now. And I can't stress enough how much I want him gone. This fucking advert's so weird, by the way. Really fucking weird. What is it even advertising? Links. Okay. I'm a public... So you say in public your Enzo out? Of course. Are my videos recently not obvious that I want him gone? I went off on playback after the game. I absolutely lost it. Because Alex was still very much like, well, I'll only say Maresca out if the sporting directors go, which I agree with. But I'm Maresca out either fucking way. I totally agree that if he goes, it's only going to be another shit manager that comes in, unless the sporting directors go. But you're now wanting and wishing things that aren't going to fucking happen. You know, you're wishing for things that just aren't going to be the case. The owners are happy with the sporting directors. I don't know how, but they are. I don't know. I don't know. But in the eyes of them, it's probably a successful season, you know? Probably a very successful season. Because we've been there. We've been in the top 4. So because we've been high in the table all season, maybe the owners are like, surely the fans are happy with that. But it's like, no. I feel like we're being gaslit into thinking that we are being ungrateful. But the truth of the matter is they just don't understand that the table is just a placeholder until the end of the season when it matters most. But if you don't get that, what's the fucking, the season's for nothing. Just ridiculous. Couple of red cards in the... of course, it's Brighton and Palace both getting red cards again. Richards for Crystal Palace. At least they managed to keep Bournemouth at bay. Because they would have been up to 51 points if they'd won. Man City with a 2-0 win. Kovacic, of course. O'Reilly, 84th minute. Kovacic. See, this is what I'm saying about Man City, right? 2-0 down against Crystal Palace to then go back and win 5-2. And then drawing 0-0 against Everton to then win it right at the death, whilst getting another one as well. So your goal difference is going up. City are they're gonna do it. City are going to do it. Newcastle are going to do it. It is between us, but not really. It's between Villa and Forest at this point for 5th. I could see Villa stealing it, and Forest getting Europa League, and we're going to get Conference League, which is just so embarrassing. Anything other than a Villa win, yeah. I'm leaning more towards a Newcastle win. Just because I know it's going to be between us and Villa and Forest. We need Tottenham to beat Forest, I know. Let me update the fixtures. Where are they there? So, where are we? Chelsea have Fulham and have a maximum points of 72. Forest have Spurs. City have Everton and they won, so they've still got 73 as their max. Newcastle have Palace. That is still going on. Brighton lost to Brentford. So they are pretty much out of the running at this point. Brighton can only get 63 points. Fulham have us. And they lost to Bournemouth. So they can only get a maximum of 66 points. Villa have Newcastle. Bournemouth beat Fulham. And they drew to Palace. So they've only got a maximum of 65 points. So I will get that on the screen for you in just a second, where we can see the remaining games for those in the top 10. And you can see just how close it really is at the top. Here we go. There it is here. If this is updated, it is. So, I mean, Villa, we really need Newcastle to win, to be completely honest with you, looking at that, right? Villa have City next as well. They've also still got Fulham, Bournemouth, Spurs. I'll be honest with you, that's not an easy run for Villa, but I do think Villa beat all those teams in some capacity. I do think that they could beat all of those teams. City versus Villa is going to be hard. That's on Tuesday. 72 points the max. We've got 72 points max, but there's no way in hell we're winning all 5 games, to be honest with you. So, all 6 games. It's kind of going. Brighton, I think, can kind of fuck off at this point out of this picture. As can Bournemouth. Fulham are still in it, kind of, but not in terms of top 5, but it's in terms of overtaking us. It's on the cards. It's possible. There is always a way. Can you do that thing you used to where teams batter off? Mate, sometimes I just don't know what you're saying. Sometimes I just do not know. I bless you for trying. Oh, I get what you mean. Jinx it. Where I say that we're going to lose and then we win. Everton at 12:30. I hate the early kickoff because we lose. It's just a long day. Yeah. I mean, it's not ideal. Not really what we want. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, the jinxes have been working. Ugh. The jinxes have definitely... I'm so tired for some reason. I think it is because I haven't eaten today. I've usually broken my fast by now, but because of WrestleMania, I'm having it a little bit later. Get that nap in. Mate, I've got to. The missus is napping as we speak, the lucky cow. I'm very jealous. When am I having my first cold pint? On Thursday, mate. On Thursday. I'm all booked in and I'm ready to go. If the weather's shit, we'll have to reimagine the day, but the schedule should get you through. Thank you very much, Greg. It will be glorious. It will. It's going to be so good. We're on day 97 at the moment, I think. Or are we on day 98? Hang on. Day 98. We're on day 98 of 100. I definitely didn't have a drink 98 days ago, but it's the principle. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if you don't like beer anymore. There's a chance. I was saying this to me barber today. I was talking about it because he's done something similar in the past, and he went off alcohol altogether because he got injured and then had to like not drink whilst he was on like medication and stuff and a new diet. And first time he had beer, he was like, "This is," or not beer, but just alcohol as a whole. He was like, "This is fucking disgusting." I haven't had a cigarette in in the same amount of time, 98 days. Probably more. It's probably already been 100 days since I've had a drink or a cigarette. But it's the principle. I wanted to do the 100 days, you know. I nearly forgot to do my ice bath yesterday. I ended up having to have it at like 11 o'clock at night because we were in bed, ready to go to sleep, watching the kickoff show last night. And I just looked at the clock. I was like, oh, shit. I fucking forgot. And so I had to go down at 11 o'clock at night, do the ice bath. And it was pretty good. Freezing cold, but it wasn't great because it did keep me up. But I'd just say have your drinks and pack in the smoking. I have no... For me, smoking's always just been like a social thing. I never really smoke at home. Like, it's been a while, yes. There are times where I would have quite a few fags during like wrestling events or during the Euros or the World Cup or whatever out the back door. But other than that, it was always when I'd go out for a drink. So a 20 pack is probably about 15 quid. I smoked Sterling Jewel, so it's been a while. It's probably gone up to 17 quid at my local shop. They love to run up the fucking price of everything. Dan, mate, I said the same thing. I got my dad to stop smoking when I was younger, and my brother made me try one when I was like 15, and I was like, this is fucking disgusting. And I swore I'd never smoke. And then I think first properly started smoking at like 21, and then smoked a shitload during COVID. Smoked in America, and then I've always smoked with like going to the pub and everything. But I couldn't recommend it less, honestly. It's good in times where you're like, or no. See, this is the thing, like in the most stressed moments of my life, I've always gone for one and thought right afterwards, I was like, that's the worst thing I could have possibly done. But in the moment, you are so like, oh, a cigarette's going to sort me out. It's going to make me feel better. It doesn't. It never does. Never, ever does. So, Daniel, the best thing I can recommend you is just to not. It's good in a social environment. It gives you something to do instead of just necking your drink when you're outside and your mates are smoking and you're cold and want something to do. But it's the action. It's not the actual thing that you like. I do not like smoking, but I like the action that comes with it. Vaping is a million times worse, in my opinion. I'm glad I quit before I was fully addicted, because some of the things that people are coming out with, like lung issues, which I know you get from smoking, but having done both, smoking cigarettes is far better because you can't and don't really smoke inside. Smoking vapes, you just chain it all day, every day, all the time. Whereas if it's pissing down with rain, the chances of me personally, if it's raining, I ain't going outside for a cigarette. Are you crazy? Whereas if you're an addict, maybe, but for me, no. Yeah, tequila over beer. I need to start getting into spirits, as an alternative to just drinking beer all the time. The kids do balloons nowadays. That can kill you, mate. Balloons have been around since I was fucking in high school. I've done balloons so many times. Balloons in Iron Appa was just fucking everywhere. I don't know if they still are now or if they're crunched down on that, but I have done many balloons in one or two particular years. I wouldn't recommend that either. You feel like you're dying It feels great for like 2 seconds, and then you feel like you're going to die, and it's not worth it at all. I remember when Sterling got caught doing that, and it all kicked off, didn't it? Second half has commenced, by the way. Second half has commenced. A goal, an early goal for Newcastle would be fantastic. Livramento. It's Harvey Barnes. Crossed in, headed away. Joel Linton unable to get to it, and the break could be on. McGinn. Rogers finds Oliver Watkins. My mum started to vape after stopping smoking cigarettes she gained. Well, I don't think that's the vape necessarily. That's just something that comes with losing weight. Stopping smoking cigarettes is that you look for an alternative, which is obviously the vape, but it's more so food. Because cigarettes are a anti. What's the words? They're a. It's, what's it called? A suppressant, a diet suppressant. Like it stops you. It's a hunger suppressant. Like it stops you being hungry. Not an antidepressant. It stops you being hungry. That's the whole thing of cigarettes. Is like if you want, it's like a dirty diet, isn't it? Never worked for me. I'll tell you that much. I've never. Oh, chance for a penalty. Harvey Barnes could go all the way. Was it Shaw? It's a hunger suppressant. It stops you getting like hunger cravings. When you're getting hungry, have a cigarette and you'll feel better. But for me, that never worked. Isak aside. What Newcastle player would you? I'd fucking have Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes has been on smoke at the moment, hasn't he? Here comes John McGinn. Gets around the keeper. Oh, brother. Ugh. Corner ball to Aston Villa. Yuri Tillemans. Barnes or Bruno G? Probably Barnes. We don't need Bruno G, but... cleared away. And Harvey Barnes is on it. Barnes just gets it, man. He's fucking rapid. He's absolutely rapid, and he just doesn't give up. He's such a determined little boy. So speedy. Yeah, Murphy, to be fair, Murphy's been pretty lethal at the moment, isn't he, lately? Livramento takes it out for a corner ball. Murphy has never been a player to stand out, so it's unusual seeing him pull off what he's been pulling off this season. Yeah, might just be a purple patch, you know. I can imagine Newcastle fans in like a season or two being like, "Do you remember that?" And now he's gone to shit. Oh, good chance, cleared off the line. Maatsen shoots, but sends it completely sideways. I don't know what that was from Maatsen. That Liramento fella looks good. Oh no! If only we had him at one point, you know. All played through. Tonali tracking back. So far, it's looking all right. A draw is not the end of the world, but I would much prefer at this point a Newcastle win. I think. What would they go? 8 points clear, and then that's just them out. That's them out of the way. The worst case scenario is an Aston Villa win. What they win by doesn't really matter at all because the goal difference is so in our favour. It might still come down to goal difference. I just don't see a world in which you don't destroy something tomorrow. Mate, it's possible. If I haven't slept well either, I'll probably get up like half an hour before I'm live. Didn't Newcastle beat Villa 6-1 recently? Did they? Oh man, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hangry. That's what I'm getting. They beat them 5-1 in August of 2023. 3-1 in January 2024. And then 3-0 in Boxing Day of 2024. So no. It's completely different teams though, isn't it, really? And you don't have main fruit. No, I just don't eat. It's called OMAD, or 1 meal a day. You just eat your entire daily intake in the space of an hour and then fast for 23 hours. It's only today that it's hit me because I'm eating a lot later than I normally would because I'd usually eat at like 4 o'clock. Whereas not eating until later is going to be a bit of a problem. Chance here for Villa. Crossed in, headed wide. Ipswich versus Arsenal tomorrow. Is that really the game that's on over Chelsea versus Fulham? They're showing Ipswich versus Arsenal, a game that doesn't matter either way. Ipswich are relegated. Arsenal have Champions League. Man United versus Wolves isn't on TV, and as it shouldn't be. But you've got a local, not just a London derby, but you have a local London derby of which both teams are fighting for a European spot. And you go, yeah, relegated team and Arsenal sounds better than that, you know. Fucking absolute cunts, honestly. What the fuck? It's just ridiculous. I'll be eating now, so probably see you tomorrow or whenever. Rudy, mate, have a good one. Enjoy WrestleMania Night 1. I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Maybe. None of us would be going to our local non-league team if they put it on TV. Fucking no one does anyway. I hate that rule. I hate that notion that local teams just would be fucked if 3 p.m. or Watershed was not Watershed. The 3 p.m. whatever it's called wasn't in place. I gave up on FPL quite a long time ago, to be fair. Tielemans crosses it in, headed away by Trippier. Maatsen with the cross. Comfortable save by Pope. Thrown out left. Livramento. Tackled. An hour gone. It's going to be the next half an hour. It's going to be the slowest half an hour of my life. Absolutely no action from Newcastle in this second half. No shots, none on target as a result, and only 4 touches in the opposition's half. John McGinn makes the run through the middle. He's through, 1-on-1. Comfortable save by Pope in the end. It comes out to Rodgers. Save by the keeper. Worrying chance there for Villa. It's got to be said. Feel as though McGinn needs to be doing better there. Murphy. Crosses inside. Great tackle there. Leaves it for Martinez. Funny how Maatsen and Livramento would both instantly improve us right now. And yet you'll have people disagree quite profusely, to be fair. Profusely. Exclusive. Some players are unhappy with the roles that they are playing on the pitch, including James, Gusto, and Nkunku are some. James, Sanchez, Tosin, and Chalobah trying to fill the leadership gap behind the scene. Some players, like Jackson, think that the fans aren't helping. Great. Maresca is not currently under threat, but there has been eyebrows raised about his usage of the squads. Hewson or Hoyson? Hoyson? I think it's Hoyson, isn't it? Hoyson is being pushed for Chelsea. See him as a generational young talent. Agent fee plus playing time is important in potential pitch. And lastly, Ekitike's agent was in touch with Chelsea and other clubs. Contact with Delap's camp as well. Bruno Guimaraes, Isak, save. Yeah, I'm. A lot of the comments are telling Jackson to fuck off, and he's not asking for his support. Someone said Jackson can fuck off, and someone replied saying all he's asking for is your support. Motherfucker, Jackson, mate. We have been there. We've backed you the whole time. Fucking Jackson's got to be one of the most backed strikers, the most backed players in Chelsea's history, you know. Despite stinker after stinker after stinker, poor performance, fucking shit show of a performance here, there, and everywhere. For him to be saying that the fans need to give more is just absolutely fucking ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. Jesus Christ. Anthony Gordon is skin and bones. Maatsen, goal. It was always going to be Maatsen, wasn't it? It was always going to be Maatsen. Well. Literally. And it's a player that Maresca didn't want, by the way. It's a player that Maresca didn't want. A player that Maresca thought wasn't good enough and let go. And he's just gone and scored a goal to put Villa above us in the Premier League. Wow, we were. Absolutely everything is going against us at this point. And it is just so like it's deserved, really. It's deserved. We've had so many chances. We've had so many chances to capitalize on errors above us and below us. You know, City dropping points, Villa dropping points, Newcastle dropping points throughout the whole season. Forest above us. We've had so many chances to level them or overtake them in third place. We could be second if we'd not dilly-dallied and fucking just done what we're supposed to do. But no. And now because we haven't taken our chances, we're being made to pay. And we're being made to pay quite aggressively. Absolutely everything that could go against us is going against us. I just wonder what excuses Maresca's going to come out with next, you know, of like, address the elephant in the room, mate. You fucking stink. I can smell you from here. I'd rather smell John McGinn than smell you, mate. And I can smell you both from a mile away. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. We only have our same... well, a bit far. I wouldn't go that far. John McGinn must fucking reek, man. He does, doesn't he? Smells like egg sandwich. Egg mayo. Like, his breath must stink. And he's... You just know his tongue's got all that white shit on it when someone's not been brushing properly. Absolute fucking nasty little shit. Yeah, we've been in the top 4 for most of the season. It's all good. Yeah, we could just end the season now, pretty much. I think that's, you know, indicative of how much of a loser this guy is. he thinks finishing in top 4 isn't really the priority. It's being there for the majority of the season. We've gone through it a million times, but it's not a fair reflection. It's not a fair reflection at all. Matsson's first Premier League goal, was it? Maresca's total mess up is dealing with the whole title race thing with the media. Should be a case study in how not to manage the media and how not to manage your players. We've already spoken about this earlier today, but implying that your players aren't capable of anything, basically, is what he said. And I got ridiculed for saying it because it's like, well, they're not, and he's speaking truth, and all this bollocks. This was early on in the season that we were being put as a title race, which obviously we weren't. But to label your players as too young, too inexperienced, and not capable of keeping that sort of momentum going the whole season. Look where we are now. Look where we are now. You really gave them confidence, didn't you, Maresca? How it wouldn't have hurt, would it, just to be like, well, what's stopping them? They could do it. Why not? We're in a good position. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But the boys are giving it everything. Let's see where we go. But instead of that, he said, fuck me. If you think these kids that I'm managing can do anything, you're a fucking idiot. You're deluded. If you think we're in any sort of title race, you're a fucking idiot, is basically what he said to the media. Fucking weird guy. Proper weird guy. And not good man management whatsoever. And it's come and bitten him on the arse. It's come and bitten him on the old cheeks, mate. I need to see, actually. Where would we be? Where would we be if not for the start of the season that we had? So say the start of the season was the Everton game. I need to work this out. Hang on. Transfer market form table. Who's your manager next season? I couldn't give a fuck, mate, honestly. It's the least of my worries. My main worry is getting him the fuck out. (24-25) December to now, we would be 14th. Should we go? When was the game? Or what game was Everton? Just so I make sure I get it right. It was game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Match week 17. To, what are we on now? 30, what? We're coming into, so 32 we'll put for us because we haven't played 33, but 32. Or no, until match day, we'll put 33. We would be 14th. You're absolutely right. 5 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses. 19 goals scored. I've already done this, to be fair, as a graphic. 20 points. Ridiculous. And it's 3-1. Tielemans makes it 3. Game, set, and match, really, isn't it? It's a joke. Absolute joke. Can't be asked. Yeah, they'll absolutely pepper us, mate. You know they will. You know they will. Oh my god, they're gonna score again, man. 4-1. It's 4-1. It is 4-1. It is 4-1. I can't believe it. I hate football. Football has become so shit. It's just so shit, man. They've just taken all the joy out of football. These new owners, man. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to Chelsea Football Club. It's quite literally sparked the death of Chelsea. Let's be completely fucking transparent here. Is that these guys taking over has completely ruined Chelsea Football Club. Four one. I mean, by the end of the season, with the games that we've got, with 4 games to go, as in like with the last 4 games that we've got, we could easily end up with less goals than or less goal difference than Villa. Yeah, Kovacic scoring and Maatsen scoring, man, fucking even just adds to that. We were talking about poetry and fucking not being able to write it. Today, Kovacic and Maatsen have both scored. Absolutely ridiculous. At this point, I want us to finish outside of Europe. If we're not getting Europa League or Champions League, I do not fucking want Conference League for a second year in a row, man. I will kill myself. Let's just fully focus on fixing ourselves domestically, man. Oh man, Maatsen looks ridiculous. Here's Tielemans. God, he's just gonna fucking hit it, isn't he? You do go to the Europa if you win the conference, yes. Yeah, people will write for years. History will be made when we face Noah and Servette again in the qualifiers. We will have to do qualifiers again. Oh my God, it's nearly 5. They've hit the post again. Inside of the post and out. I don't want to defend the Conference League. No, Lance, I completely agree with you. Your name is giving me flashbacks to what seems like Vietnam, but Lance, it's true. We don't deserve it. We won't do well in the Champions League. The only thing I'm hoping for is just crazy fucking limbs and scenes and everything if we do somehow manage to get Champions League football next season, which I can't stress enough is seeming more and more of an impossibility. Not an improbability, but an impossibility at this point. It's... I don't even think Maresca deserves. I don't want Maresca to have the bargaining chip that he's made that's that level of comeback at this point. He can absolutely fucking suck my asshole. The way that he's been so egotistical for no reason. The guy's done nothing. He's done nothing to deserve the ego that he has in press conferences. The way he talks about fans, he can fuck off. As much as I want Chelsea to do well, at this point, Maresca can absolutely suck my fucking ass. Good chance for Newcastle. No, I would not have Postecoglou. Jesus Christ. Do you get what I'm saying? Out of frustration. We don't deserve Champions League. The team won't play well in the Champions League. But if we get it, it just makes Maresca look so much better than he actually is. And the guy's a cunt, let's be honest. I really wanted to like him, and I did like him at the start. But the more he's getting under pressure here, there, and there, he's a nasty piece of work. He never takes accountability. He always blames everyone else except himself. He's a wanker. Truth be told, he's an absolute wanker. I'd rather Poch out of the two, honestly. We were starting to cook under Poch at the end of the season. And this isn't like some weird revisionism. I'm just saying I preferred Poch over fucking that. And we had generational Poch clock sound and everything. Enza clock just never rolled off the tongue, did it? No, it wasn't the bare minimum at all. If anything, Maresca had quite a lenient sort of expectation, I think. Because don't forget, it's a 2-season season. That's what we've been told, remember? It's a 2-season season. They're only gonna judge him after next season because it's a 2-season season. But this has been a disaster. This has been an absolute disaster. Please do smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit the bell notification. Which manager was the first clock? Tuchel time. Tuchel time was the first clock. Then it was Potter clock. Then it was Frankie time. Well, no, it was... I can't even remember the fucking order of the clocks at this point. Poch o'clock, and then we had Bruno time, and then ends o'clock, which I've had so many nerds tell me that Maresca clock sounds better, but it doesn't. Ends o'clock. Like it just makes sense. No? Ends o'clock. Whereas Maresca o'clock just sounds stupid. Wasn't there a Potter clock one at one point? Oh, there was. Yeah, I literally just said that. Potter clock. It's this one, but this is the West Ham one. Oh, just end the season, please. Just kill me now. End the season. Get it over and done with. And let's call it a day. Villa could be away again. It's Rashford's. Too much on that pass. Stinky pass from Rashford. Corner ball. Corner ball. Four minutes to play, plus additional time. I'll be live again, as I said, tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. UK time for the game against Fulham, with the kickoff at 2 p.m. Couldn't think of anything worse. I'd rather kill myself than watch Chelsea play, but there we go. It's going to go badly. I can fucking feel it, man. I can feel it a mile away. He's going to do some wacky, wooky, fucking stupid, fucking just the dumbest lineup you could imagine. Just the dumbest lineup you could imagine, man. He's going to come out and be like, Palmer had a little knock in the game against Warsaw, so we didn't want to risk him. James can't play because we played him against Warsaw, and we don't like the turnaround there. Cucurella, we thought we'd play Gusto instead because Cucurella played against Warsaw. Jackson's still not 100% fit, so we're going to play Nkunku up top. But Sancho can just play every single game, mate. Fucking he just keeps going. Such delicate little flowers, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Just so fragile. Just made of paper mache at this point, aren't they? Have they? Under 2 minutes to go. Might as well end it now. but it could get worse. What's the time? 20 past 7. Jesus Christ, where has the time gone? Thank you to everyone that has watched. If you're watching on X, if you're watching... I still don't get how people are watching on X. But thank you if you are watching on X. I would encourage you to come and watch on YouTube. It would help me out a great deal. 116, 121 people watching. A vast majority watching on X. If you could come over to YouTube one day, that would be incredible. youtube.com/ChelseaFansXI. The link is in my bio. Bruno Guimaraes. Joe Linton. Guimaraes again. Tonali. Gordon. Livramento over the bar. He's had a stinker, to be fair. How many minutes of additional time? Six minutes. Oh, fuck that. I'll see you tomorrow for the game. YouTube.com. Oh, fucking what am I saying? Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm not watching 6 more minutes of this shit. Enjoy your WrestleMania Saturday if you're watching it. If not, I will see you tomorrow for Chelsea versus Fulham. And hopefully we can get all 3 points. Enjoy the rest of your day.